The day. Welcome to the day. Crazy out there, really crazy. Can't believe I went through a complete bowl, a complete 4 liters. I used 4 liters to drive through the slush into Montreal. And I got there so early, I wanted to try and beat most of the traffic. And well, I almost succeeded. Google was telling me, do you want the quickest route or the shortest route? Because the shortest route, or with less stop signs, I had 1,000 stop signs and 1,000 lights. I just avoided the intersection that the big traffic. Well, I don't know how big traffic is, because at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, not that many people are downtown. You know, most of the offices don't open till 8 or 9, so it's mostly only into certain areas where people congregate. Anyways, I got there early enough, and I got this bag. Check this out. Check this bag out. Biodegradable, okay, in the garbage, right? Biodegradable. So this bag, I don't even know if this is a recyclable bag, but it's biodegradable. So it still goes in the garbage. Okay, pellicule, oxo-degradable. And inside the bag, it's a paper bag and a bagel. I was at Green Bagel this morning, and I was wearing my hoodie. I was thinking, oh no, what if I run into Mike or JF Huck? Anyways, I brought my magic spoon to strain. I wasn't picking up any water with this, right? See what happens when I create the 6 inside? Look what happens to the center, okay? I get 1, 2, 6 equal parts, 60 degrees, 60 on the clock, but yet 72 and a 5-star. Yet 6 days, 3 days is 72 hours. I align up the different numbers and try to see what they mean with each other. 24 hours a day, 4 times 4, 4 plus 4 equals to 16 and 8, 24. Yet the tick, 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 tick of the clock, okay, is not 24. The tick, 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 moving on squares, okay, is around one circle, around one square. You actually get, if I start in this corner here, okay, it goes to this corner over here is 1, this corner to here is 2, this corner to here. Let me just draw this out. So I was at Green Bagel. I can't, look, I can't close it. It won't close. But when I turn it the other way, it falls down to boom. It only goes one way. The torus. The eye in the center, can make it a little bit bigger. This is what happens when it gets a little bit bigger. It can almost, your cage, right? And at the same time, if you make it just big enough, I'm going to see if I can get right through the center of it. So what is the torus doing? Are we living in the torus and moving with it? Now, what we couldn't have before, what's going around my arm, is that right over here. Bar it. Bar it. Look at all my 8s. What does it show you this way? What does it show you this way? More like something different. So if I had 2 of these, what number would it produce? What letter? If I had 4 of these, can I put other ones in between? We're going to work with 1 right now. 1 torus, and it folds down. Which way does it fold down? I think it folds down to the right, clockwise. I can't, oh no, counterclockwise, counterclockwise, it shuts down. So when the Earth is turning this way, this will rotate counterclockwise to the Earth. Chestnuts, water chestnuts, they're good with sprouts, great. And IGA, International Grocers, their brand mark is M, Love, Yud, the Lord. The gold in the delta angle, the nature, gamma. Gamma delta. You know, the triangle, well, the D in the triangle is delta, right over there. M for love. OR for 15 and 18 are gold, or the ear wax. Why? I always like to exchange my O for an AE, arts and entertainment. AE, the 10th letter, okay, and the 5th letter is JE. And JE says, je, I'm gold. I'm the angel, R. The 18th letter, 1 and 2. You see the 2 on this angle? Almost like telling me I'm square, but I'm also on my square is a triangle. I'm going to have to do all these designs now. Okay, first we're going to do the clock. Okay, and what it is if I'm hung in this corner of the clock, right, and my arm is straight up this way, right, or is my arm of the clock over here? Where's the arm of the clock? Whoop, this is terrible. Where's the arm of the clock? Is the core over here? Or if there's a core, I have to use a core. So I'm already on the outside of the core. What is the value of that core? What is my only way to get around? How do I get here? I have to go up to here, then down to here, and up to here. That's my only way. I can't make a circle. I got to stay on these lines. Obligation. The computer tells us the obligations. The in-between could be the real world, and then we get the obligation. If there's a transfer of anything, or if there's a broken message, or if anything is filtered, we're not getting it exactly online direct. We're getting it filtered, or there's an add-on, or there's a certain percentage of the human being that can actually be distorted, or actually a lot of us once we get to this planet. Unless these weren't the bodies that we were supposed to be born in. I'm only eating on the left side. The reason for the hypothesis that we should have been born with 2 hearts. If God was that smart, he would have gave us 2 pumping stations. And I believe we were altered. Although it doesn't show in history. Does it show anywhere in history that man possibly had 2 hearts? Different setup of organs. So we're going to get back over here. Okay, and since I have this, we're going to match it. We're going to match it. Whoop. How did I do that? I'm having a little bit of trouble reaching. I got from here to here. Now I want to, oh, you're right. From here to here, right. Sorry, this is a mistake. This is a mistake. Should have went up to here, the line. No matter what I do going around one square, okay, my lines will do this. That is your minimum. So if my line does this, the question is this going to be my linking station? My linking station in which delta gamma, I don't know, I'm just thinking right now. But we're going to use something that's a little bit easier, and we're going to use a big square like this. And we are going to go all the way up. I must go 2 up in order to pass in front, So that's the difference between the first square creating X, XO, XOV, if you want to look at it that way, Roman numerals, or creating this. My question is, when we create this, I can automatically create that life in between, right over here. And this is the way it has to be. This is the way it has to be. And if you notice, I'm going to ask that question. Do you notice this? The way we have the big
the big ace. See the ace that shows up? The big ace, or we have the side rail ace. Ace 11, I don't know. So this is only one formation, and if you notice, I got a triangle here, I have a rectangle here, and I got a diamond in the center. These are obligations. Now, if we're going to run the clock on this, and the clock is inside this circle, everything has to be in an angle falling forward. Falling forward, you fall forward, picks it up, a little bit of speed, and we create our own energy, tumbling forward. What we're going to do in here is we're going to have the clock, and we're going to run the clock on 1 squared to start with. Okay, so where am I going to put the dot in the clock? I'm going to put the dot right over here. So forget about it. Let's say the clock starts right over here. Its next move, okay, this is 0. Okay, its next move is over here, and that's 1. Its next move is over here, and that's 2. Its next move is over, whoop, that's a terrible line. I hate making errors. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I just keep ripping out pages. I stopped ripping out pages because you know what? I look like the guy from A Beautiful Mind at some point. I got so much scribble. Somebody walks in here and says, oh boy, what's this guy doing? Okay, so we go here. Let me fix this one also. I keep thinking that you're going to run away. You know, you're going to run away. Run, run. If you have to run, run. I can't run through this. This is my third movement. I've completed everything. I started here. This is my third movement. I move from here to here is 1. From here to here is 2. From here to here is 3. Now, when I bridge the gap, I move over here is 4, and that's my 40. Then I move over here 5. I move over here 6. I move over here 7. I move over here 8. In the sun of Mars, I bring on the dog queen, the game, into creation of the 7th gate of the sun. The 3 pigs, the 3 little pigs, 3 1/3 go into here. Now we have to calculate everything that calculates with 1/3. Everything that calculates with 2/3 beta creation. If you have 2/3, you have 1/3. That is the difference. What is the difference? What's there and what's not there is somewhere else. 15 is Mars. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6. We will have 20 location. We will have 31. We will have AM. Here we will have location 1020. Okay, you have 1020. You also have 420. 7 times 60. 70 is the center of 15. 7 times 15, 105, the hand of God. Where we have 30 and 70. I think we should go out and play some tennis. 15-30. Right? 15-30. Let's go play tennis. 10-5. Again, we did this at the beginning. It's J-E, the E letter, the 10th letter, or A-E, completing the O. Mars becomes the O in God. This becomes the O in God. What is the numeric value for God? 764. This is your DC. This is your AM. This is your gateway spirit. 1 spirit into the 2 house. Opposite of the half-life and the delta angle, where 4 meets 5 inside of 3. Here's my 3. Here's my 4. Well, I shouldn't have done that. Here's my 3, and I got to get another dice. Oh, by the way, have you ever seen dice before? Have you ever seen roulette before? Do you think I created it? This is not my game. This is their game. This is their world. Who's there? Them? All those who preceded me and all others other than myself. I'm only one. There's 7 billion on the planet. Somebody created this, the dictionary and everything else. You want to look at 3-7? Here's number 3. And here's number 3. Here is 3 dot and here is 3 void. Will this be used as a bar? Will this be used as a standing bar for I? And you go this way over the top. Just like they make that fancy T. They go that way over the top. They go that way over. And then they draw the line in the center. There's my IT. Or is it this way? Right? But if it's that way, it won't be the same, because now we're going to be that way. Or it could have been this way. How about we just say Heinz 57 blue, 17 go, DNA and Queen, 26 letter, 14th letter, 9th letter in birth. Never go without in birth. H, the heavens in birth, 895. 8958. 8958. 88. What's in 88? The birth in the DNA, 9 and 14, 23. 72, Miss Levette. 72. 9 times 8, 72. 2 times 7 equals 14. 2 plus 7 equals 9. 2 plus 7, 2 and 7 equals B and G. This one is N. The total here is 23. The letter W. The 9. Win big. Red. Number 27. 5 and 4. Win big red sun. 18. Angel, the one spirit in the Holy Ghost. 8 that surrounds. You don't see them, but they're there. The empty space. Totality of 1. 2 empty spaces. 16. 16 and 2. 3 empty spaces. 24. We now have the day. We have the day. Can we complete the day, or should we go on to the continuation of that day? Yud, the next day. The first day 8, the second day 8, the third day 8, the next day 8. 24 hours. Do we count the one dot that moves the clock? We only moved to 1, 2, 3, 18. We moved from here to here, 6 hours. From here to here, 6 hours. From here to here, 6 hours. But where did everything start? Did it start in between? We can't count in between because there's no in between here to count. So I must move complete movements. So each movement is 6. 3 times 6 equals 18. 1 times 6 equals 6. The total of movement is 24. It's not my clock. It's their clock. 1 and 8 and 1 and 6. And here's my 1, where 8 around opposite of 6. Now, when I make 4 area squares, that was 1 area square. This is 4 area squares. 1 and 4. DNA in the sun. We can now go the clock. We can start from here on the clock, and we can go to here, 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 here. So we went to 1, to 2, to 3, to 4, to 5, to 6, to 7. Did I get that right? To 1, to 2, to 3, to 4, to 5, to 5, to 6, to 7, to 8, to 9, 10. Did I get this right? Here to here is 1, and okay, did I get that right? To here, to here, to here, to here, to here. This should have been over here. Sorry, something went wrong. Let me pause this. I had it right. I thought I had it wrong. I had it right all the time. So in my first box, okay, this one, I used the smaller box. I just used this smaller box. Not this box here. And I had to go, okay, I had to start in a corner over here. I had to start from here. I had to go into this corner over here. Then I had to go over here is 2. Let me show you in the small box again. Okay, in the small box, I went to here. Okay, I can't. Then I go to here. Then I go to here is 3. Okay, I go to 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I go here. Here I go 1, 2, 3, 4. See the way that the R is over here? And then I can't go over here. I cut in between, right? Then I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of these create 4. Did I get that all right? It seems like I'm missing one. Do you notice 3 and 3, the double shin? So when I do this, I can't really create the clock off of that unless I just do this. This is my only way, which creates the 4. Okay, so after this design, do you understand what I did? This only can move 2 corners. If I turn that, okay, that will turn over here. Then it'll turn, this will turn 1 time to here. Then it'll turn 1 time to here. Then it'll turn 1 time to here. And then it'll turn 1 time to here. That's the way it'll turn. Here's the in-betweens of the clock. So this will turn to here 1. We'll turn to here 2. We'll turn to here 3. We'll turn to here 4. And that's where we get our 4. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to keep on going until I have that pattern, the pattern of 4. Here I have 16. This is your 5. This is your 160. 160 and 80. I don't know where that works, but 160 and 80 is your 24-hour day, if you want to look at it that way. It's also 7 and 8. It's your gateway passage. I have something that just came up on my screen. I got to put it away. So we have 2 clocks, the one with 4 and the one with a single. And the single, like I said, can only go to the 4 corners. You cannot go anywhere else but the 4 corners. And each movement is a movement of 6, where each movement over here is a movement of 1.5 hours. Spirit of 76, I don't know. We have 9, 1, 2, 3, and 4 come together. We have 4 and 5 come together. And this would be your orange in pool. Your 6 and your 14 in pool. Your 7 and your 15 in the game of pool. Your 8 and your cue ball in the game of pool. Your 9 and your 1 in the game of pool. Your 10 and your 2 in the game of pool. Your 11 and your 3 in the game of pool. And your purple 4 and 12 in the game of pool. And that's your dividing. Remember the day and the night, 16 hours and 8 hours. That is the basic mathematics of... Anyways, we come down to here. We end up with Pluto. We end up the church to Pluto to gateway through Mars, the DC world. Here we end up with Mars again through Uranus, the energy in our birth. Here is the God in Mars. Here is again the God that controls the creation gateway. Controls the gate to the red, half-life, 36, nature, because I used it for female, 6 times 6. So it is the byway to Interstate 80. And we ended up with 40 at the beginning. Do you remember? Highway 40, Highway 80. Highway 40 is the in-between, between the 10. Okay? And there's all the way up. You can ride Highway 90. I like to use the interstates in the U.S. So I'm not sure what you got out of this. I also have a couple of designs to show you. I'm going to show you a little bit more on what we can do with these little cubies. And this is actually sets of 9, a set of 9. I just went ABC,
and then I went DEF, but I added on C to the D, and I added on D to the C for both designs, just so you can take a look. Has anybody made it here? 80D, 88, 1188, 80, 80. Can you see the moon? Got to build it. Got to build it. Got to build it numerically. Since everything works numerically, we can rebuild because we have all the numbers. We can. That's it. Coffee's cold, gonna warm it up. This is way too long. My videos are way too long. I gotta sit down with what I think has to be done in order to shorten this up, to bring people to, more people will come and watch if they can get all that information in a shorter span of time. And it's easy learning. Messer does it good. Lavette is very good. Jen is very good. Anyways, everybody's all good. I shouldn't mention names. Well, I got a cat here in my coffee. That's very good too. My favorite bottle, the person who gave it to me wants to take it back because they love it and can't find it. Live, love, laugh. Yeah, so from that last video, Crazy Paper, if you're still here, I'm just going to rant a little bit. I'm thinking. Imagine if I'm thinking, but yet I can't get my thoughts out. God said, I'm going to give you the ability to do something, but there's a blinder. How does he stop that? Let you able to see through the blinders. How do you do that? Very simple. Common sense. Came with common sense. We have never needed to upgrade anything other than knowing to use our common sense. How did we gain the ability over the last 1,000 years to use common sense? Did Moses use common sense? So some people were using common sense and others were altered. Why were we altered? Anyways, I don't want to get into that right now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And you notice I could not see the triangle here in the center that shows the age. You see the way it winds to create it? Okay. There's a couple of reasons for all this. You notice there's no interference here. Here you can create the A. Here you can create the A. Here you can create the A. And here you create the double. But anyways, this over here, if I went over, this one goes over both of these, okay? And they're not on top of each other, otherwise it would stick out and it would get caught. So it's separated. Hold on a second. Hello?
Hi, calling you from the Legal Department of Service Canada. Purpose of this call is regarding enforcement action which has been executed by the Department of Justice against your social insurance number. Ignoring this would be an intentional attempt to avoid initial appearances before the magistrate judge or exempt jury for a federal criminal offense. So before this matter goes to federal courthouse or you get arrested, kindly press 1 and speak to an officer now.
Investigation Department of Service Canada, how may I help you?
Well, you called me. They said press 1, so something about a fraud against me.
Can I have your name so I can try and pull up your file and see what's the reason behind the call?
But you called me. Don't you have my name? I'm a little confused now. Didn't you call me? Oh, they hung up. They hung up. They hung up. So they know right away that a lot of us already know about this. And I didn't really want to give my name, but by pressing 1, they have my phone number now. So can they steal all my money? That's funny. Okay, that's it.